Fun fact, Fight Club was originally written as a short story, which eventually became Chapter 6 of the full novel. I just read Fight Club by Chuck Palahniuk, by Chuck P. And then I watched Fight Club, directed by David Fincher, starring Brad Pitt, Edward Norton, and Helena Bonham Carter. The book was published in 1996 and is about an unnamed protagonist who serves as a stream of consciousness-style narrator. He works as a car recall campaign coordinator. He also enjoys going to emotional support groups. And he's a member of Fight Club, a secret group of men who get together in the basement of a bar and beat the shit out of each other for fun. And it eventually becomes something much bigger and more sinister. So, what are the rules of Fight Club? First rule is you don't talk about it. The second rule is you don't talk about it. The third rule is if someone says stop or goes limp or taps out, the fight is over. The fourth rule, only 2 guys per fight. Fifth rule, 1 fight at a time. Sixth rule, no shirts or shoes. The seventh rule, fights will go on as long as they have to. And the eighth rule, if this is your first night at Fight Club, you have to fight. So I've never been in a fight before. However, I have been knocked out once. Don't tell my mom. It's not fun. So why would anybody want to do that for fun? Well, the draw of Fight Club is just feeling alive. It's about learning more about yourself, what you're capable of doing and what you're capable of taking. This passage from the book explains it pretty well. Quote, "You aren't alive anywhere like you're alive at Fight Club, when it's you and one other guy under that one light in the middle of all those watching. Fight Club isn't about winning or losing fights. Fight Club isn't about words. You see a guy come into Fight Club for the first time and his ass is a loaf of white bread. You see the same guy here 6 months later and he looks carved out of wood." I enjoyed this book. It is fast-paced, it is edgy, it is witty and funny, but it's also extremely nihilistic and depressing. The narrator is filled with despair about meaninglessness of life and often contemplates suicide. It's also a social commentary about class structure in society, the haves versus the have-nots, blue collar versus white collar, ordinary folks versus the elites, the hardworking waiter who gets his revenge by pissing in your soup. In the book, Tyler Durden says, quote, "We are the middle children of history, raised by television to believe that someday we'll be millionaires and movie stars and rock stars, but we won't. And we're just learning this fact. So don't f*** with us." The movie came out in 1999, which is one of the greatest years for movies ever. So many amazing movies came out that year. My favorite movie actually came out in 1999. No, it's not Fight Club. If you think you know what it might be, comment below. Anyway, like I said, it stars Brad Pitt, Edward Norton, and Helena Bonham Carter. It was directed by David Fincher, who is, in my opinion, one of the greatest working directors today. What do you think David Fincher's best movie is? Let me know in the comments. The cinematography in this movie is beautiful. Brad Pitt really shines as Tyler Durden.
You want me to hit you? That's right.
I think it's one of his greatest roles. He is so quirky and funny in this.
Surprise me.
This movie is long, longer than one might expect for a short 200-page book, but it is fast-paced as well. Just like the book, it is pretty true to the novel, except for a few differences. One being the car crash scene. In the book, Tyler is not the one who's behind the wheel, and it never careens off into a ditch like it does dramatically in the movie. The interrogation room scene in the movie where Edward Norton is cornered by some police, that happens much differently in the book. It actually happens on a bus. Lou, the bar owner scene, you know, where the guy who owns the bar comes down with his henchmen and does this to Tyler. One of the more memorable scenes in the whole movie. That never happens in the book. No butthole cheek in the movie, which is a little disappointing. The endings are different. Not way different, slightly different. I'm not going to spoil them for you, but they diverge a little bit, and I did not love the way that the movie ended. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of this movie. I don't dislike it by any means, but I think it has something to do with just how bleak it is. The same goes for the book. I liked it. I like both of them, but I don't love either of them. And I liked both of them about equally. I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts? I know that this is a cult classic. A lot of hardcore fans of this movie out there. Let me know what you think of my assessment in the comments. What are your favorite scenes? Who are your favorite characters? What did you think of the book? Have you read the book? What did I miss? What are some similarities or differences that you think I should have included in this video? Let me know in the comments. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, hit the notification bell. Stay tuned for more videos in the near future. Thank you for watching. I'll see you later.